Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Kayla C1. Thank you for being here bright and early this morning. Kayla says Grand Rising, SouFlo, and MT. That's the morning thoughts family. Like a phoenix, we rise. Darling Walter Riley, up. And Sash, good morning. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my Uber driver, Lyft driver, taxi driver, delivery driver, truck driver, long distance truck drivers, especially shout out to Troy Stars Trucking on YouTube. Matters and respect to everybody who has a clean heart, clear conscience, and wishes good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. You're a good person. You deserve respect. All right. Listen, this morning we got a couple of topics we're going to run through, but this is a fuzzy morning for me. This is one of the mornings where really late, running out the door, trying to get to work. You probably can't tell, but I just woke up. Went to bed really late last night, and if you pay attention to the channel, you'll see that I uploaded my last video probably around 1:30 a.m. Anyhow, so Jamaica runs out of ganja. We'll talk about that. What the CDC is now saying about us and our masks. Everybody's wearing a mask out in public. I hope you don't have to take your vaccine if you don't want to. No one has pressured you yet at this point. But I hope you are wearing a mask when you are out and about among strangers in public, So we're going to talk about what the CDC is saying about our masks. We're going to talk about, let's start off with is it Canada? No, that's England. Comply or jail time. So I guess it's getting serious out there. Shout out to my family out in the UK. And when I say my family, I'm talking about my SouFLoTV family, my Morning Thoughts family, because it's about midday in the UK now, around that time, or pushing up to it. So shout out to them. They're dealing with this quarantine thing pretty seriously. I've seen some people say that is what they need to do in Jamaica as well to make sure that this thing goes away. So the UK actually you can face up to 10 years in prison and thousands in fine for breaking quarantine rules. Yes, it's 11 a.m. Lisa, thank you, Lisa. Lisa Watkins is here. She says that it's 11 a.m. Figured it was somewhere around there. Because last night at midnight, someone from the UK actually left a comment under one of the videos as I was here editing and splicing and stuff. And it says that, morning SouFlo, I'm getting ready to go off to work now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So I figured that's about what time it was. So, the numbers in Jamaica, they look kind of crazy, right? They're saying now how many 18,400 and something reported in the last 24-hour period and all that. Some people are saying, listen, that's just to scare the people into taking the vaccine. They just received over 200,000 doses, and they need over 200,000 Jamaicans to comply and to take this vaccine. So Jamaica has gone on a lockdown pretty much. This curfew thing that they're doing, where the people are locked in all night, but they're out all day. Jamaicans are asking questions like, why are you locking us in the nighttime when it is in the daytime that people are congregating? One lady said, everybody couple up. Come out here and look and see, right? Everybody on top of each other. Nobody are wearing masks. And this is in broad daylight. So if y'all not putting measures in place in the daytime, what is locking us in overnight going to do? Others are saying that this is not about that. This is about stopping income, stopping money. Because they'll go off and have these round robins and parties, and the jerk man will set up the jerk drum, and the soup man will come out with him soup. Jamaica festival like that, you know. The soup man will still come out with his soup and all these other things, and there will be commerce going on. People will be trading, buying stuff, partying together, sweating, blowing on each other, and all these things. So they don't want that, but it's more about shutting down their income. I feel bad because people actually make a whole living like this, and I've done it for years. The lady that run the cook shop, or the man was selling soup and him corn, roast corn or boiled corn and these things. These people have absolutely no income when party stops. So, I mean, it's easy to say, well, they're going to have to adjust and go find something else to do. But it's not that easy. There probably wasn't anything there in the first place, and they created that means of an income. You know what I'm saying? So to have them now, so shout out to the people who are still going through it financially, man. And this is what I mean. When your whole livelihood and your whole way of earning is, let's use the word eradicated, because they can't work. They can't work. There are laws in place that prevent them from working. So these people are having a hard time. The bills are still going to be coming. The light bill is due. The rent is due. The phone bill is due. Water rate, all kind of something is due. Gas bill due. And these people, the people who are struggling financially, they're hurting. They're hurting big time. Some people are making good money in this pandemic, or this lock-in, or this whatever you want to call it. Some people are making pretty good money in this. We have to shift course, readjust, regroup, get creative. What are you going to do? What else is our option? Under these conditions, what else is your option? It's about survival, right? Christopher Mayes, good morning. Christopher says, yeah, but they need to wear a mask. Even the social media people like Kat and the crew, spearfishing, etc., wearing a mask, set an example for the viewers. I agree. As you know, I am here by myself in this room, so I'm social distancing as distance as it gets, and me no need to wear no mask. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I do agree. I'm not the one to tell people rush in and go take the vaccine, even though I hope a lot of you do. Right now, they're saying that the U.S. has only been vaccinated at 9.5 to 10% of the entire population has been already vaccinated, taken their new vaccine, and they need way more than that to happen. Remember, we talked about the phase 1 and the phase 2. The phase 1 was the softening up, the education and the convincing stage, right? Because they need people to take it. And then phase 2 will go into, if that don't work, then they'll start making it mandatory in certain places. Well, you won't take it, so you'll have to take it if you want to go here, or you'll have to take it if you want to do this, or you'll have to take it if you want to do that. If that doesn't work, they actually have a third stage, and the third stage is just make it mandatory all around. That was suggested. It wasn't written into law, but it was suggested in their planning. So to know what they're talking about at their planning table, there are talks of making it mandatory if enough people do not take it to flatten the curve, to see a change in their numbers. One little bird. Y'all know when the little bird be hitting me on the shoulder, right? The little bird hit me on the shoulder, and the little bird said, SouFlo, they're going to make it mandatory regardless. They're just going in easy. Yeah, they're going to go through the stages. They just don't want you to wake up on Friday morning after you went to bed Thursday night and heard it's now mandatory for everything and everybody. But they're going to make it mandatory regardless. That's what the little bird said. I don't know how true that is. I'm just relaying the little bird's message. So England is not playing around. Up to 10 years. Because people, I've seen somebody said, this is what they need to do in Jamaica because the people are not listening. So they need to like put jail time on it. Listen, our jails or prisons are already grossly overcrowded. You're going to put people in there now for not complying and then, or for breaking curfew. And then what? The person who broke the curfew probably was not sick, and then they're going to go into a jail where there probably are people in there who have it, but because a prison of them are jailers, they are not given the attention, because I'm sure they haven't went through the entire correctional facility and checked everybody, tested every inmate. So you might end up going in there because you broke curfew, and then next thing you know, you yeah too. I don't think that's a solution either. What says you? Vicky Victory says, I got my second vaccine. I may not get my first one yet. How are you feeling? My voice cracked again. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Vicky? This is your second one. That means you did good with the first one, else you would have never went back for the second one. This is what I'm gathering. So how are you feeling now that you've taken the second one? Talk to these people in the comment section. Let them know if it's okay to go ahead and take it or not. Sammy Thomas says, if Jamaica learn to behave, if Jamaicans learn to behave, then things can open up. Give the average Jamaican an inch and they take 2 miles. Mandeville has secret parties and now their hospital is full to capacity. Manchester is in problems. I saw the medical personnel yesterday from Jamaica talking. It was on the Gleaner. And they were talking about how they don't have the proper equipment. The public has been lied to. Nothing is under control. Things are spinning out of control, if anything. They're at maximum capacity. The facility, but hear this, the facility did not even have a designated, let's call it a COVID wing. And the workers are fed up. The nurses, the healthcare workers within that facility are fed up because they're speaking out now and they're saying, okay, come on. This thing hit us from way back when, March of 2020, right? Somewhere in there. All the way to February of 2021, and this facility still has not established a designated area where those who are found to have this thing can be treated there. And that alone in itself is just gross negligence, they're saying, right? Let me mark this off my board. But people are calling for Jamaica to do like what England did or is doing. It's on the books. I don't know if anybody has gotten 10 years for breaking curfew. You know, they put stuff on the books all the time, but they don't necessarily go by that. But you can get jail time. You can get jail time. You could be in prison for up to 10 years and fined thousands and thousands of dollars or pounds and fines for breaking quarantine rules in the UK. I don't know. I probably have some UK family members in here this morning. See, one person says it's another excuse to vaccinate. Good morning, good morning. No jail time because the politicians break it the most and them not get penalized. Arm hurt and headache. When did you take your second one? Did you? Okay, because you know usually when they take it, from what I've gathered, when they take it, the first day or two is arm hurt, the site where you were injected, that hurts. Some people say their entire arm hurt, their neck hurt, their head hurt. They develop a slight cough or they develop a scratchy throat what feels like when you're about to get the cold or something, a flu or whatever, and then it goes away. So right now, Victory is saying that she just took her second dose. So she's well on the way. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. Because if more people like you step out and do it, then we might be seeing going back to somewhat normal sometime soon, right? Or sooner than later. I mean, summer is approaching. People want to be out and about. We need some people to get vaccinated. We need some people to get vaccinated. So we feed off people like Vicky to find out if it's safe. I'm in New York and I cannot get an appointment for the injection. Wow. So they're gonna, you remember when it first hit? For those of you, I don't think it happened in Jamaica. It probably did. I wasn't there. I was here. And I can tell you that in Florida, someone kept saying, or people kept saying, my mom kept saying, look, stock up the house, buy crates and crates of water and all this other stuff, your essentials, because things are going to fly off the shelf. And I kept walking around till last minute because I'm a last minute person, right? And I perform good under pressure, not go with the crowd kind of thing. And I went into the grocery store and it was empty. No bread, not even a loaf of bread on the shelf. Then I went to the water section and there was no water. And something inside you starts to panic when you say, maybe it's just this store. And then you drive to the next grocery store and the next grocery store and the next grocery store, and they're all out of basic essentials. Toilet paper was a big thing. Yeah, you don't think toilet paper is a big deal until you boo-boo, do your number 2 and reach over and there's none. Then we have a problem. Use your hand. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we have to survive. We're going to have to get back primitive. So you might have to some swipe and dash and then wash off with some bleach. I don't know. But if it had come to that, but there was no toilet paper, the food had run out, especially canned goods and all this stuff that you're going to need that can actually don't need refrigeration and this kind of stuff. I caught hell. And when I finally found some water, man, I bought like 20 cases at a time. So I think one morning I got up and bought 30 cases of water and brought them home and stacked them up. And they lasted until the stores started having a whole heap of water again. Hand sanitizer alone. Couldn't find hand sanitizer for nothing. And when you did find it, a 99-cent bottle of hand sanitizer was now being sold for $5. That's poaching. And these big businesses were allowed to poach the hell out of everything. A 99-cent bottle of hand sanitizer. In the time that we need it most, they started selling it to us for $5 and $10 and all that. I've seen hand sanitizer fall $45 for a bottle of hand sanitizer at the time when we need it most. This is the type of stuff that causes panic and causes panic buying. And then there's a strategy that they do, which is they hold it back. We live in a world where the more they can sell is the more money they can make. So why wouldn't they go into overdrive and produce as much as we need? Because it's not about that. It's about that big panic. Hold stuff back, make them panic. Let some go, everybody rushes in. Hold it back again, make them panic again. Now everybody is saying, no, remember the last time when we went, there was none there. So the next time it comes out, buy as much as you can. Let a little bit go, everybody rushes in again. That's a game that they're playing, and I hate it. I hate it, man. But I'm not saying jail time for breaking quarantine, but I mean, the people have their laws to uphold. I hope things doesn't get that bad that we got to do one of those scoop and dash. Scoop and dash. You come out in the bathroom, you wouldn't tell anybody anyways. It's just private. It's you alone in there. No toilet paper, now run a road. So you have to just scoop and dash. Now watch the technique, because things might get drastic and you might need the technique. So scoop and dash. All right. Scoop and dash. If you have water, you're good. Preferably scoop and dash. What, in that shower? I don't know. Anyhow, listen up. That's it for that talk, yo. That's it for that talk. Let's get off that talk. Let's get on to something else. Because this thing of me all panicky, and I don't want to have you like that this morning. I'm asking a question, Darky35 says. I'm asking a question. If they didn't say anything and let people die, how would the people feel? I'm not from Jamaica, so I'm just wondering. I lost 4 people to COVID-19. Okay, I don't understand what you mean if they didn't say anything and let people die. What do you mean? If who didn't say anything? Like the government didn't say? I don't understand that question. Ryan Lang MVP says the vaccine don't work. COVID not going anywhere. It has another 7 years to get to it. Earth running. Oh man. I have seen where, last night, I'm up, I'm paying attention. The UK apparently has discovered another variant of the COVID. Another variant of the COVID has been, so this is the second variant. So you have the original, and then you have one, remember they just told us the other day there's another variant, and this one is even more contagious, even though less deadly. That's what was put out. This one is more contagious, even though less deadly. Now they have another one. So now we have 3, the original and 2 variants. And this other variant, they're tracing and chasing, trying to find out as much as they can about it. But it was discovered, right? So with that, the CDC has put out, so let me get to this real quick. What CDC found about wearing 2 masks, abcnews.go.com. Here we go. And if you hear me pull the stuff up, then you'll know where I'm getting it from, and you can go check out the sources yourself. All right. My granny had both vaccines and she's fine. Oh, wow. This is Ebony's Gastric Surgery Journey TV. Says my granny had both vaccines and she's fine. Right now, some Jamaican I say, well, good for the goose, good for the gander, or they're saying in the works for everybody. Gladwin says, keep an eye on Vicky. Yeah, I am. Cause Vicky out here laughing. Vicky says you crazy. Queen's World, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, they have lots of vaccine and they need people to get it. In numbers, in large numbers. It's all capped. There is no that damn killer virus. All capped, no killer virus. I wouldn't go that far. I say something is out there. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what it is. But obviously something is happening. People are dying. It's a slap in the face of those who passed away with respiratory issues suddenly developed in a time where they're saying that this thing is going around and you're saying, all cap, that ain't real. Whoever lost a loved one, you could go ask them and they'll tell you that it's real, right? So whoever gets hit by it feels it differently than those who, because you're probably wondering, well, how come I'm out without a mask and how come I'm in it and I'm not getting anything? It's fake. You probably have a really strong immune system. I think you need to be thankful for that. Some people's immune system, remember, some people's immune system were compromised from before all this. So this is like something that came through to eradicate, or eradicate is my word this morning, something that came through to eradicate everyone that has some pre-existing condition that already had their immune systems weakened. I'm not going to sit up here and say, I think it's all fake and nothing ain't going on and they're making this up. Nah. Then you'd have to explain all these deaths to me. A lot of people have died. A lot of people have died. You know, but you're entitled to your opinion, and you might be somewhere along the lines of right. Somewhere along the lines. I'm not saying you're 100% wrong, but you might be somewhere along the lines of right. Katie Salman says, can you imagine Jamaica with ganja as its symbolic herb is in short supply? California in short supply, America, Trick and Small Islands, and other countries around it. I bet Cuba got heavy supplies. Let's move to the double mask thing. So this is what CDC is suggesting, I guess. They're now suggesting that we wear 2 masks. As if wearing 1 mask isn't hard enough. Have you been walking in the grocery store with a mask on, a good mask, a proper mask? I have one that has a valve on it, right? And it has all the right thing, the N95 or something like that. Whatever, all the right requirements. That stuff is hard to breathe in if you're going to be moving around. It feels like an altitude mask. I don't know if you ever worked out in an altitude mask. It feels like you're being muffled, right? Sometimes I'm in the grocery store and I just start sweat because my mask is on, and then the mask are right up under your eye, and then my eyes start running water, and then I'm scared to use my hand to touch my mask to adjust it from off my eye. Listen, this is and now they're talking about 2 masks, and you might be safer because the new variant is more easily spread and more easily contracted. So 2 masks. You imagine the panicking people right now. Oh my God, I've been wearing 1 mask all along. 1 mask isn't enough. Now they're saying 2 masks. And now you're going to double up and really suffocate. Now we're going to really suffocate. Really. 2 masks. A cloth mask worn over a surgical mask improves fit and could boost protection. Well, I'm a wordsmith. I look into everything. You said could boost protection. You never said it was guaranteed to boost protection. So it could also cause other issues from lack of oxygen. Shout out to the people who pull their whole 8-hour shift in a mask. I go to the grocery store and I try to get in and out. And with my mask on, and I'm moving so fast, I'm feeling like somebody squeezed my nostrils off and had like barely giving me air from my mouth. At one point, I'm like, all right, calm down, SouFLo, calm down. Let me stop over here so on aisle 12 and get myself together. That's how it feels. So you can imagine someone doing a whole 8-hour shift. Shout out to the ones who work double shift. Imagine somebody pulling a whole 16-hour work shift in 2 masks. This ain't good. The UK identifies a new COVID variant again, and Britain is on alert after early data from a new strain called the Bristol variant shows that it shares characteristics of the South African mutation that may impact the efficacy of some vaccines. So now they're saying that some of the vaccines might not even be good enough to conquer this new strain. Here's the thing. While I was reading that, this is just me thinking outside the box, and I'm thinking there's a vaccine war going on, and we, the people, are going to get caught in the middle. Listen to what I'm saying. So you have many different people that are making these vaccines, right? Now the war is about cornering the market. Whose vaccine we can get to become the trusted brand that outsells all the other vaccines, because the playing field has been leveled. This is not like one company came up with the solution and now they have the vaccine. Multiple companies have come up with vaccines, their variation of the vaccine, and majority of them have already been cleared for public administration or public consumption, whichever way you want to put it. So I think there's something going on because now you hear in the news there's a new variant, and I don't think that this one is able to handle the new variant. Now there's another new variant, so now we're working with 3, and this one seems to be like the South African one with special, and I don't think this one can handle the South African one, so people are confused. Now if you've taken the vaccine, now you're like, well, damn, I got my 2, this is my second one. So you took your 2 vaccines, and then to be told later that there's a new strain that developed and your 2 does not cover this new strain. So what am I going to do? Take 2 more? I just want to know. I'm just thinking out loud, outside the box. I just want to know. Wake up. It's witchcraft 666. Check it out. The only 666 I know is 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons. That's the only 666 I know. But I'm aware of my granny them 666 though. Fit matters when it comes to your mask, protecting you against the virus that causes COVID-19. And layering well-fitting cloth mask over a surgical mask is likely to prove beneficial, according to new findings released Wednesday by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. I won't even go any further into this. You can go and read this. It is called What CDC Found About Wearing 2 Masks. It is a pretty lengthy article that you can read through for yourself and find out, and it has other things in there that you need to know. This ain't what I'm talking about this morning. I don't want to spend too much time. Yasso. They soon start taxing the air we breathe. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. The goal is to colonize everything, right? And to have everything for sale. So could you imagine if we had to pay for air to breathe? Fill up your oxygen tank and you pay as you go. Boy, some of you will be hurting. Some of us will be hurting. I'm on my last liter. I gotta breathe lightly. Don't call me. I can't talk. Text only. I have to make this last me till Friday when we get paid. Me I feel laugh. You could. We living in crazy times, man. Don't panic. Don't panic. All right. We're living in crazy times. We're gonna live through these crazy times. Don't panic. It's all about survival. And as long as we got each other, somebody you can call and shout out and say, yo, SouFlo madness, or tune into our morning thoughts and catch some jokes along with some serious conversation, then we'll be good. We'll be all right. We'll pass the time. Oh, no. If air goes on sale, I won't be able to talk. I'll be texting. Funds limited. I have to wait till payday. That's on my last liter. Imagine doing a whole show like that. You know, you would have people that talk bad about me, you know. Watch a boy, I can't even afford him ear. You know, say I sip him, the something I sip. Somebody got check for SouFlo and look like him about pass out. You know, say I sip him, I sip. Boy, I can't even afford him ear. Watch him. We have to text serious thing back joke. Eh? This is us, people. We text serious thing back joke, and that's how we get by. I know somebody in their feelings right now. Why are you even laughing about this? This is not funny. Oh my God. Y'all find everything funny. Stop. That's how we do. We find everything funny. Everything funny. All when we are crying, we laughing. We're going to find something in that cry to laugh about. That's how we do. That's a Caribbean thing. All right? So we take bad things, make joke. And it's only a joke until it starts happening to us. Then we start ball, right? Sandra, make some of your ear. How much y'all? And the banks or the air places, you know, like when you go to Walmart or something, Walmart don't play. If the thing costs $10 and you have $9.95, put the product down, because if you walk through with it, they're going to charge you for shoplifting, and you're going to be over there talking about, but we did have $9.95. You couldn't let me get it for 5 cents. Jesus Christ! All the time, all the years I've been shopping here, you couldn't let me get it for 5 cents. This ain't like some places in Jamaica where you can still go today, and yeah, say, yeah, man, my uncle 5 cents short or whatever, and they're like, $1 short, and they're like, yeah, man, go on with it. You're good. No, you're gonna go in there for your air, and they're gonna be like $10, fill up, and you're like, I only have $9.95. Well, they won't even give you $9.95 worth. They'll just tell you go get the extra 5 cents and come back, because it starts at $10. All right, and then, then you have to go expel energy to go get the extra 5 cents to come fill up your tank so you can breathe normal again. Whew, it's payday. When you see everybody breathing heavy, whew, it's payday. You know, so watch my show off over there. So come and take a deep breath. Me over here sip. I'm gonna take deep breath. Money him have enough. Him have all heap of money. Him tank them full. Have all extra tank. Ah boy. All right. So the CDC is suggesting double masking. I don't know about that double mask something there. I think it's suffocation, but I don't want to call out. Let me tell you the little bird. The little bird again said, another scare tactic. Wear 2 masks. Most we ever had reported in the last 24 hours. Oh, new variants. Be scared. I'm not wearing double masks. Nope, not me. Mrs. Nia, thank you for being here. Mrs. Nia says, I'm not wearing double masks. Nope, not me. Are you going to be wearing a double mask? You know what? That's the least I can do, honestly. And I'm not out among people like that anyways, for now. I got some things coming up that's going to require me to be among people. And I'm preparing for that in about another week or two. You'll see it. You'll be a part of it. That's not saying nothing too much right now. But if the least I can do is wear a double mask when I'm around and out, I prefer to do that. I'll continue to drink my tea. This morning, this tea is mint and licorice, and it's from the Puka brand. It's already finished. Minty with a little sweet licorice taste to it. I'll continue to drink my teas. I'll continue to, take my vitamins and these kind of things, and continue to try to eat healthy and a balanced diet, and wear a double mask if that's what it comes to. I would prefer a double mask over getting poked right now. I'll say that. And that's my personal choice. That's not me telling you not to get poked. Go get your pokings, okay? Go get your pokings and come share your experience with it. But I'm holding off. I'm holding off for a minute. Just because I want to see something. I want to see something. Wicked people and inflating everything. No carbon monoxide poisoning. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I will continue to drink my tea, bro. I had some ginger and turmeric last night before bed. It was great, and I will continue that. That is what I am on as well. I drink up my tea, them. I'm taking my vitamins, up in my zinc, up in my vitamin D, up in my vitamin B12. Go out into the sun and get some sunshine, and these kind of things. That's what I'm dealing with. And when I'm out there and I'm alone, I breathe deeply, because I'm thinking about the days that might come where we can't breathe too deep because my pocket's not long enough and I have to have a limited amount. I have to buy what I can afford. Air. All right. So, Jamaica runs out of ganja. What a thing. You know what I really want to talk about? I really want to talk about this woman, but I'm leaving it for the last segment of the show. I really want to talk about this woman, this video that I've seen going around, and I'm going to show you the video. I have it here. I'm going to show you the video. YouTube probably going to take down my whole video. Either I'm going to show you the video or show you parts of the video, but we're going to see what I'm talking about. And then I will have a whole heap to say about it. However, Jamaica runs out of ganja. I find that quite ironic. Quite ironic. And again, this is ABC News. Jamaica faces marijuana shortage as farmers struggle. abcnews.go.com. That's my source. They're saying that Jamaica is facing a marijuana shortage. I thought this was pretty interesting, so I'm going to read through this article for you. Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica is running low on ganja. Is it? Or is it running low on the one that y'all sell in the stores, in the shop? I know some place in Jamaica where we heap of ganja there, but me not say nothing still. Heavy rain followed by an extended drought and an increase in local consumption and a drop in the number of marijuana farmers have caused a shortage of ganja in the island that is famed largely, and now they're blaming the illegal market that experts says is the worst illegal market for marijuana that they've seen. It's the worst illegal market that they've seen. It's a cultural embarrassment. Listen up. This person says it's a cultural embarrassment, said Tristan Thompson. Tristan is the Chief Opportunity Explorer for Takaya, a consulting and brokerage firm for the country's nascent legal cannabis industry. So what we're going to have now is the legalized cannabis industry fighting against the local farmers. You have fields of ganja hidden in the hills and all these things, and we're running out at the dispensaries. I think it's time that all of you sit at the table and talk. I think it's time all of you sit at the table and talk. This could be worked out real easily to the benefit of Jamaica, not just people getting rich, and only rich people can't own dispensaries. Because the average person in Jamaica cannot own a dispensary. You have to be, your money have to up. And you have to be connected. My brothers and sisters out there, this is probably a good way for you to pool your resources together, right? Natural medicine. Although the stigma is still around it, especially within the older generation, even though I know a lot of older people that burn them herb, but especially in the older generation, that church called Christian generation, the demon them and them just a smoke be a ganja and it mad them out and them lazy and no one do nothing because of the ganja. All right, people caught with 2 ounces. So in Jamaica, this is the law. People that are caught with 2 ounces, they decriminalized small amounts of weed in Jamaica in 2015, right? People that are caught with 2 ounces or less of cannabis are supposed to either pay a small fine or face no arrest and have no criminal record. So it's just a small fine. Anything above 2 ounces. You know, so 2 ounces for personal use. A whole heap of ganja, that's a whole heap. And they decriminalized it on that level. The island also allows individuals to cultivate up to 5 plants. So you can grow 5 plants in front of police and law enforcement. They won't be able to say anything because you're within the confines of the law with your 5 ganja plants. The island allows you to cultivate up to 5 plants, and the Rastafarians are legally allowed to smoke ganja for their sacramental purposes. But enforcement is kind of spotty right now as many tourists and locals continue to buy marijuana on the street where it has grown more scarce and more expensive. Is this a case of like the Airbnbs competing with the big name all-inclusives? And then we start getting all these reports, travel ban, it's not safe out there, don't go to this area, lock yourself in a resort, it's dangerous outside these walls, but it's heaven inside here kind of thing? Is this a fight for the dollar? A fight for the dollar. So the problem is right here. They're saying that the tourists, incoming tourists and all these, they are actually buying more marijuana from outside. Maybe because it's better. And a lot of people have a stigma surrounding that ganja that's grown in a lab or grown a certain way and ends up in a dispensary. A lot of people are saying on a real herb that. Plus, when people come to Jamaica, I don't think they want to. They want to smoke a local strain from a local farmer. So this is something that you're not gonna stop. Ain't nobody coming to Jamaica and just, oh, it's dispensary. You could try out the dispensary, but I think you should be able to try out the local farmers too. No, sir? Anyhow, enforcement is spotty and many tourists and locals continue to buy marijuana on the streets where it has grown more scarce and more expensive. Heavy rains during last year's hurricane season pummeled marijuana fields that were later scorched in the drought that followed, causing tens of thousands of dollars in losses, according to the farmers who cultivate pot outside the legal system. So man lost them crop. They lost their whole crop, right? And these are not people that work within the system. These are the local ganja farmers who have their own thing. One person said that destroy everything, said Daniel Bozra, who grows marijuana in southwest part of Jamaica in a historical village called Accompong, founded by escaped 18th century slaves known as Maroons. Worsening the problem were strict COVID measures, including this 6 p.m. curfew that they had before. The curfew is now on and the curfew is at 8 p.m. And he's saying that they used to cultivate their marijuana at nighttime. They used to go tend to the marijuana at nighttime. I guess something come out or is seen better at night and the plant is relaxed and all these things. They get real into their plant. And they weren't able to do all that because they were locked in and obeying COVID regulations. While it's estimated that he lost more than $18,000, that's US dollars, in recent months, and he cultivated only 300 pounds compared with the average, because he's used to cultivating up to 700 to 800 pounds in that same time period. So this is big ganja farming. You know what? I won't even read anymore. You can go read the article. This is also an extended article. Let me get my personal opinion out there. It's on ABC News, and it says Jamaica faces marijuana shortage as farmers struggle. I've said it before that ganja can save Jamaica's economy. But Jamaica is one of those places where the church goes hand in hand with the state, and ganja is one of those plants that was demonized and is seen as the deviant drug. Even now, in a time where we have everything else that the rest of the world has. Y'all wondering why these youths are acting out of control? If you listen to the dancehall music that's coming out, it will tell you they popping mollies. They taking pills. Everything is there. Okay, methamphetamine is there, crack been there, coke been there, and all these things, they put marijuana at the top as the deviant drug. And marijuana can actually save Jamaica's economy. Look at the Netherlands, particularly look at Amsterdam, right? They have coffee shops, they have legal grow places. It's legal. People grow them things and sell it, and there's an open market for it, and you don't have to be scared. You can go in the shops and they source it locally. And I'm saying this can happen in Jamaica too. Jamaica is known worldwide. Reggae music is synonymous with ganja. Most foreign tourists want bona spliff when they go to Jamaica, or if they don't smoke, them just want to stand close to somebody that is. Yeah, man, I don't really smoke, but you could blow some of the smoke this way. Just, make it lick me. Oh, that's strong. Nice scent. I've seen it. But we're demonizing what we can actually create, what we can actually use to save our economy. And the youth them would be proud. They would be proud to go to work if they were being paid. Imagine if they were being paid sustainable wages, good enough for a youth to be able to say, yo, we can't afford a car, yeah, a nice little ride. I'm not talking about get rich overnight. I'm talking about providing employment for everybody. Because since one of the biggest complaints is no work, no day out, that's why the youth them are going so provide some jobs. Turn everybody in a marijuana farmer then. Turn everybody in a marijuana farmer, whoever is willing. And of course, it's a market for it. So money in it. So the youth them would be able to get a decent wage. And when they get a decent wage, they'll be proud to go to work. What you do for a living? Yo, ganja me planting them, papa. Yeah, man, a ganja farmer. See them with treat. You know, they'll be proud. They'll be proud. It's better than saying, what you do for a living? Boy, you can't talk about it still enough. Man, a gunman. Yeah, me rob people and them thing there. Or, man, a thief. Me broke shop and broke house. Lick down a lady and take them bag. And these kind of things. Like, it would really help. It would really, really help. And all it takes is Jamaica's leading bigger heads then. The suit and ties them then. To come out and say, listen, we're moving in the direction of legalizing marijuana, or we're moving in the direction of commercial marijuana farming to supply the world's demand for medical marijuana. Put it under the medical marijuana umbrella, because that's what everybody else is doing. They want a contact high. You see it, golden melanin. They want a contact high. I've seen it. Yeah, me not too smoke urban now. Plus when I go back over so me have to go work and them all test me, you know. So I don't want to lose my career still because of that. But me post up over here, so blow some over here, son. Yeah, that smell goody all the time. All the time. But I think ganja can save Jamaica's economy. I've been saying it for the longest. We get enough bun out and beat out. Why talk foolishness, blah, blah, blah. Other people have done it. We already have a name that's a brand. When you say Jamaican and you say ganja, people are expecting some strong stuff. They're expecting some potent stuff, some good stuff. So why not push the brand? You know, it's easy to package, right? You know, on it, who look happy with a big spliff, and it's the Jamaican brand, and send it out to the world. Something. Provide jobs. Do all them kind of thing. They pay off some debt. But I think somebody knows that that's a possibility, and somebody don't want us to really pay off debts and be debt-free and all these things. Ganja can stabilize that economy right there. Actually get us in the surplus. Anyhow, Bunny Whaler tried it. I wish y'all could just go to Jamaica and see this. And see what? Weed in Oregon brings in over 100 million in tax revenues a year, which helps fund schools. Exactly. And the mayor of, not the mayor, but the governor of New York, Cuomo just said that he will legalize marijuana for the state of New York. And I'm guessing that will be on a medical marijuana term. So, and when me read the fine prints them, guess what it was about? He gave a number of how much they stand to make. You know, they get all the mathematicians and statisticians to sit down and work this thing out. And they're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars per year. This is hundreds of millions of US dollars per year in just fees. Because they'll charge you a fee, you'll have to get a card so they know that you know what I said, it's under compliance. Everything is about capitalizing, and everything is about colonizing. If they can colonize the marijuana market and find a way that they can make money from it, they'll make it legal within those terms. It's funny because years ago I said this. I said, you know, some marijuana is going to be legal one day, perfectly legal under certain conditions. They just haven't figured out a way that they can make the money without the smaller man knocking that market or affecting that market. And then fast forward now a few years later, and here we are. Medical marijuana and marijuana dispensaries popped up everywhere. More states are joining the medical marijuana thing and all this, and it's a whole big business. Because in order to go get medical marijuana, you have to go see a doctor first. You see it? It's a whole big business. And then when you see the doctor, then you have to pay the state because the state is going to license you or give you your card. And then you have to renew this card. And then every 3 months, you have to go see the doctor to do a follow-up. How I know? All right. That's how I know. So a personal thing, may I tell you, this is not me guessing. That in itself is a business. And where I live, I would rather be caught and I could pull a card out. Hey, I'm good. Got my card. All right. And they'll leave me alone. I'd rather do that. It's much more convenient. When we used to go check the herb man, you see, it's either I'm busy, he's out of town, he's not here, and me want my herbs. So I feel kind of weird. It's my medication. The marijuana dispensary is always open. They're never late to open. If it says 8 o'clock, they open at 8 on the dot. Matter of fact, they'll stand at the door and hold the lock like this until 8. And they'll watch the watch. As it hit 8, boop, door opens. You know what I'm saying? It's reliable. All these kind of things. So for those who can afford it, you pay your little fees and you go. It's better than police pulling me over and what's that smell? And next thing you know, y'all laughing because raw, that's SouFLo. Yeah, on Florida news. You know, so them a drag him. So them stop him and them smell ganja in him car. And these, it's better to have your card, is what I'm saying. And this is where people are going with it. So Jamaica could very well join that market and do exactly that and reap some of this revenue that's out there. I don't know why they're not doing it. But I've found that anything will make poor people rise a little bit, them always stifle it back down. That's just how it is. America is corporation country. Yes, 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 very much so. Very much so. Free trade, free market, buy and sell everything. Everyone's for sale. Everything's for sale, even you. That's America. That's America. Mrs. Nia says, every time I came to Jamaica, I was in the hills of St. Mary. I had the best ganja chopped out of somebody's yard. The best. You need to go Westmoreland. But you were. St. Mary of them things, you know. Anyhow, I don't think there's a ganja shortage in Jamaica. I think there is a shortage at the dispensary. I think there's a shortage at the dispensary. It can't be a ganja shortage in Jamaica. Why? Because we've seen many times where them go bun down man ganja field way up in a one part. And some of these roads to make it to the illegal ganja fields, they call them then, you have to plant it so it's under certain shade. The bamboo them bending so when they fly overboard in the bird, nobody is able to detect it from up above, but yet still it's able to suck in enough sunlight constantly to grow towards the sun and all these things. They used to go out there in the nighttime and take care of the buds and split this and all this and all these things. It's only a shortage at the dispensary. And when police catch them and soldier catch them, what they do? Burn down a whole, how much acre of ganja? How much 1,000 pound of ganja? So how can there be a shortage? There's only a shortage at the dispensary. That's why the tourists them will go out a road, go look for the local. Plus, like I said before, they want that. They want to know that this was grown in Jamaican soil, sold to me by a local Jamaican. And I hit that blunt, and I'm telling you, woo! They want to have stories to talk about when they go back from vacation. They don't want to go home and sound corny. Are you that guy? You the guy that went on vacation in Jamaica and then went to a dispensary, huh? Yeah, I don't think you got the real thing. You probably got some imported stuff. I got mine from a Jamaican and it was grown in the earth of Jamaica. Potent stuff. That's bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jules, I said I had to stop because you have to be tested. It's federal. And if you test positive, you can't drive. you can lose your CDL. Yes, yes, yes. Some of our jobs require that we not. But they're going to work that in there too. In saying that, let me switch to my topic now, because we're going to get into this video with this woman beating this man. But before I do that, let me say this. I see the youth, them, the man, them in Jamaica, one big spliff over here, so and they're driving. Sometimes I think that has a lot to do with the accidents that happen there. One big spliff and you're driving. That stuff affects your motor skills. That stuff affects your motor skills. Let me pull this video up. I'm going to show you the video. Then I'm going to talk about the video. This video is somewhat disturbing. But there's no blood and bones and any of that stuff. But it's pretty hurtful. All right, ready? Here we go. Blood fire.
Jesus
What's your first swing? Blood fire. Yo, the first lick the brother get him check himself like this. You saw that? The first lick, him check himself like this. Like if my soul's still there with me. The man check himself and goes on freeze. Can't even run. You know that this is, okay, I'm not there, but from what I've been told, this is his mom. And I hear while him catch the cough cough quack them, I hear him saying, "Mommy." Me not carry your name, God say, "Mommy." So I call her mommy. But sometimes we call a woman mommy and mums and them thing there, and it's not our mother. So I don't know. But from what I can tell here, this is her adult son. And you can hear the girl, which seems to be her daughter. Now, be careful how I'm talking about. I don't want me to go to Jamaica and that woman here go back me up. You see her? You see how she swing the machete? This is somebody that's dangerous. Okay? Because she beat the daylights out of him with the machete and she did not chop him. And that machete, they look big. That's a big machete. But she look like she want to chop him up, man. Watch it swing. Watch the first swing. See him check himself? He say, all right, me all right. All in my man neck, you know. The hand gone. The hand gone. Wanna see it? She could have removed this man's hand, man. She could have removed this man's hand. That's a machete she's swinging. That's not a piece of stick. She could have removed the brother hand enough. You notice when he got it, you hear that king, that king sound that. You don't know what I'm talking about, country people. That king sound that means that it licked bone, okay? She just chopped him, that thing went sideways on him right here and hit the forearm. You see him checking forearm again to see if him hand chop off. Him said, Jesus Christ, the woman beat me. Like he in shock. Brother, are your mother? Where you going to beat her? You can't beat your mother. The next thing you can do is take for yourself. Fast like you saying on the 100, I would have just cut. The minute she picked that up and said, where you carry me and go up, gone. Thunderclap, gone. Because it's your mom. You're not going to fight her. But I wanted to show that video for this reason right here. Woman beats adult son with the machete, right? People laugh and make joke, right? Let's reverse the roles. Let's reverse the roles. If I showed you a video just now where a man held a female like that and was beating her like that with a machete, There wouldn't be no laughing in the comment section. There wouldn't be no light talk. There wouldn't be no jokes. It would be find him. SouFlo, have you sent this to the JCF yet? Find him. Dirty dog, nasty. Find him. The lowest scum of the earth. He needs to go to prison. Him boy like that for dead. That's the comments we get when it's the other way around. And when we say that men are abused and they just don't say it, because, you know, I hear the females say a lot of the times, please, women get beaten more than men and women get hurt more than men. No, they probably get beaten and hurt about at the same rate. I wanted you to see that. For those of you who think otherwise, woman can't beat man. Woman don't beat man. Woman don't abuse man. Whether it's verbally, physically, or whatever. Him big and him strong. Him supposed to just walk away and him can laugh off some things. And he got to be more thick-skinned because you're a man. So stop being so sensitive. So when we say some things that hurt your feelings, just walk it off because you're a man. Yeah? That kind of stuff. I want to show you that video there because that kind of beating there is a localized beating that. Yeah, that beating they call Jamaica fresh. Yeah, it happens a lot. All right? It happens a lot. Enough Jamaican woman call up them man and woof waff, quaff, coof, cough them. And the man take it, whether it's his mom, auntie, granny, or his lover. Now, I want you to think of this. That kind of beating, as an adult, you can imagine what he got as a kid when he had less control. Because she's swinging now, but trust me, she's swinging with caution because it's a man. And the youth might get fed up and just pull out the ice pick and just run it in or something, right? So she have swing, but she have swing with caution. The double standards, man. Men are abused just the same. And it's not a laughing matter. Although I want to laugh because we take serious thing, make joke. And like me say, I take for myself. I say the brother get the first one and then check him soul. He checked his soul. Is my heart still beating? Okay, I'm still here. Should have a chop off my neck. The next one she gave him was right behind his neck back. It takes a skill machine handler to swing from way down here, so, and connect way over here, so, and not chop you, and do it repeatedly, and not chop you. That blade can turn easily, just a fraction of a turn, and you're getting a chop and not a slap. The Trinidad call it plan ass, boy. All right? But I don't know, laughing matter really and truly. The man I get beat. And the thing gone viral. I wonder who filmed it. Because they would have really stand up there and watch this woman chop up this man. And be like, ooh, chop him again. Mommy! I probably have one sister, you know. Some of your siblings are wicked. It'll be your own that does it to you. Some of them wicked over there with their phone like this. Mommy! Mommy, stop! In her mind, she is like, lick him again. This all look good on social media. Lick him again. Mommy, stop. Why you never go over there like the girl? She finally jumped in and she was like, Mommy, she don't want to see her brother get chopped up. She probably don't want to see her mom go to prison. She probably have a mother that have a hot head and can't control herself. Make sure this woman here grab girl and beat them already. Me talk about outer road, you know. Grab girl and beat them. She look like the type that'll grab a female by her ankles and drag her through the marketplace. String her up on somebody's stall and beat her. Not to be played with. Not to be played with. He's not slow in his head. He's perfectly functional. Apparently, so for those of you who don't understand what's going on, where can my name go lined off? Where can my name go? Apparently, news got, this is all about hearsay, you know. This man could have lost his arm. She could have chopped him in his neck, cut a main artery. He'll be bleeding out right in front of her, and then she'll be like, Jesus Christ, I slapped him. You want to slap him with a machete? No, I'm up, I chop him. Oh, God. But he's dead. Sometimes you can't take back some stuff that you do. You bust somebody artery right here. You can't take that back. You chop off an arm. You can't put it back. for hearsay. So hearsay for them is she got news that he's been carrying her name, meaning speaking about her to other people over one place, one part where she don't mess with. See? So you live in my house, you live around here, so, and you carry my name, my business gone over there, so, and she's ticked off about it. And that warrants enough for her to be that angry that she not care about jail, prison, because if she kill him in prison, she'll go. She's going to prison if she kill him. And right now, she's so angry that he was speaking about her somewhere else that she don't care about the consequences. I don't care if I'm hitting you with a machete and it chop you instead of slap you. I don't care if police see this and come pick me up. I don't care. And guess what? Watch the news. Unless this is an old video, watch the news. And even if it's an old video, watch the news. Police are going to visit her because it's on SouFLoTV. Not just because it's on SouFLoTV, because it's on social media. Other platforms have it, other places have it as well. It gone upon IG, it gone upon Facebook, it gone upon. So police is going to visit her. That's abuse. That's what I'm calling it now. I can't remember the name of the charges that they would put that under. Assault with a deadly weapon. That's what that was. It's abuse. It's assault with a deadly weapon. Assault with the deadly weapon with the intent to do bodily harm. You know, the law fashioned up their charges already. I saw all those. He was getting all of the above. Let's just call that all of the above. Because did I get all of the above just now? I am willing to bet that she'll be getting a knock on her door, or they will be out looking for her. This is why I love SRP explaining the root cause of violence and dysfunction so well in Jamaica. Big up to SRP for that, but I've been doing that for 5 years straight. So anyhow, knock whoever else, I do the same thing. I've been doing that. All right. Matter of fact, go check my videos from 5 years ago, come all the way back up today, and you will realize that everything they're doing now or speaking on now, I've already beat those topics to death. Sometimes I go back and watch one of my old videos and it's like it's recycled again. When you get to the point where you have put out thousands of videos over a period of years, you hit that topic many times over. Root cause of violence in Jamaica, I beat that to death. Anyhow, let's talk about this. It's different when the shoe is on the other foot. It's different when it's a woman being done this way. Everybody wants justice. But when it's a man being done this way, even the people who act like they're surprised, oh my God, that's so bad, they still snicker, laugh, and they dismiss it as, oh, my man, him can't handle himself. When it's not the case. Some men are not aggressive. They're not fighters. I don't know if y'all saw the video where the girl crouched down really low. She looked like she'd been taking boxing classes from a professional boxer. And the big dude ran up. And what did she do? He swung, he missed. She textbook duck came up and landed a punch right here. And the big guy skipped on him back across the floor. Everybody is laughing. So some men can't fight. And some women full of strength, like them have man strength. My brethren said them women that when you make love to them just pick the mattress up and curl the whole mattress. Because them strong like that. You know what I'm saying? If me I do that, I should curl the mattress, me I come off and run. But or they pick the man up. You see? So some women are strong like that. And when they hold you, it's like a man hold you, you know. And plus she has the deadly weapon in her hand and she's using it. Just a bunch of stuff going on here. But I want you to put this in context though. This is when Cargo, shout out to Cargo, when Cargo make the song, mothers can get away with anything, right? Mothers can get away with the worst thing. And people burn him out and people say, yo, it's your mother, you must do it regardless and all this. Go look back. I made a video where I said some mothers deserve respect, not all. And people are like, no, your mother, you must respect her regardless. I said, no. And they quote the Bible and say, honor your mother and your father, your days may be long. And I said, yes, but there's also a part in there that says, parents, provoke not your children to wrath. See? So when you provoke them to wrath now, problems there that you're going to have to deal with. You got to understand, them youth here come up with this kind of a mother. Now, this is your mother. This is supposed to be your nurturer, right? The one who shows you the softer side, sensitivity, how to love and how to be patient and kind and all this. No for nothing. If you don't like bad word right now, close your ears. I saw this. Warning again. If you don't like bad word right now, close your ears because I'm about to cuss. Somebody said, SouFlo, you could have given me a warning because I was watching with my little grandson and you just bust out the bad word. So I had to quickly the device. Okay, warning, I'm about to cuss. If you don't like bad word and you have some kids around, send them away right now. I'm in the grocery store the other day, and this lady had, of course, and she sounds like a Yankee because she has her accent thick. She had the little boy right there. So that little boy could not have been anywhere past 2 years old. And I think if he was past 2, she would have had him walking around the store at her speed, her pace. She had the little youth here, so she have her phone, and she's with another girl. And she had talked to the other girl, and she's talking on her phone, and the phone up on speaker, and she's walking through the grocery store. And the little boy is saying something. Only thing me hear is, nigga, shut the fuck up. You're getting on my motherfucking nerves. I said, poor little kid. Poor little kid. And if she can do that in front of everybody at the grocery store, a packed Walmart, Supercenter, then imagine what she does to this kid in private. Mommy, I'm hungry. Back on. Mommy, when's daddy coming? Karate chop. You know what I'm saying? So imagine these kids. That is why, and this is why, for one, I say only good mothers deserve respect. Just like I want to say, deadbeat daddy not deserve no respect. You better me give to a stepfather who a handle the situation. See, they come down so hard on men. But there are women out there that do the same damn thing. The same thing. Shout out to the women who think staying on your phone all day while just hanging your kid off of you like it's a dolly is parenting. This is good parenting right here. If you're not looking in your child's face, making eye contact, making sounds, playing with the child, being interactive with the child, both hands up. If you're not doing that, then you're not parenting. The child is just hanging around. And that's what a lot of these women do. The phone takes precedence over everything. Right? And we see it. And now, when you see some of the youth them so violent, so young, it is because their nurturer did all this to them. And like I said before, if she's doing that to him as a grown man, imagine what he was getting as a child growing up. So if a person like that turns out violent now, you got to understand that he's been learning this. His nurturer taught him this is how you handle stuff. When you get mad and people call your name, you take up a machete and you grab them and you beat them with it. Don't worry about if you chop them. If you chop them, you chop them. You accept the consequences. Lose yourself. Lose yourself in your emotions. Chop up them blouse and skirt. Beat out them rotted. That's what they're instilling in these youths. So you must understand now, when you see them out the road and them short-tempered and not take no chat from no boy and hey man, head stick on, it's because of how they were raised by parents like those. That's the level of abuse that they go through. Forget grown man being in these relationships and I get beat. For your business that you're a big man, you can run, honestly. But you got to think being conditioned from a young age. And this is what you know. This is the same person that provides a roof over your head, right? This is the same person that sometimes tell you they love you. This is the same person that cook your favorite meals and all them things to make sure you have decent clothes for wear and go school and all them something that get your hair cut, look groomed and these things. And then they do this to you. So these people are raised confused. That is why you find a lot of us Jamaicans are extra aggressive, even in our personal relationships. Even in your personal relationships. Your partner says something to you, you just fly off the handle. When it's something that you could have handled amicably, through a soft discussion. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what you just said. I feel offended. And give your partner a chance to say, well, damn, babe, you offended? I didn't mean to offend you, but what about what I said offended you? No, they don't have that recourse. They didn't learn it. So it's, yo, pussy for dead. Hey, boy, go suck your mother. Hey, girl, you take something and lick you down, you know. And the funny thing is, even those who clean themselves up and come out and look prim and proper carry that same trait and that same way of dealing with things. The extra aggression, the unnecessary level of aggressiveness towards people that they're supposed to love, people that love them. Because it's learned. It's learned. No wonder we have so many dysfunctional relationships. No wonder is on to the next one, on to the next one. You don't value anybody. You think everybody always wrong and you always right. And the only way you go about it is, yo, I either lick down that girl. You know what? I pop my things and go. I pop my things and go. On to the next one. And you reach in our next relationship and it's the same thing. And you blame them again. Not realizing that, damn, it's me. It's the way I was raised. So that cycle is deep, you know. That little video right there that you see is deep. It shows a lot. It shows a lot. This is an open look into something that goes way beyond what we just saw on that screen. I remember one of my subscribers, remember, for those of you again who've been on long enough, and I have to say this all the time because we done beat them topic here already. Remember, the subscriber that left in the comment section and said, every girl when me there with have to take beating. And at one time I said, I should just erase this ignorant comment, but something said, no, SouFlo, because I'm a person of recourse. I want to know why this brother is saying every girl when me there with have to take beating. So I asked him, I could have erased this comment because I didn't want it on the platform, right? I asked him, why? Why are you saying that? Are you just seeking attention? Are you trolling? Because some people just say the worst stuff on social media just to get reaction so they can come back later and say, look, my comment got 400 thumbs up for it. Not necessarily that they mean that, and I thought that's what he was doing. And he replied back. He said, SouFlo, a woman raised me. Beer woman I grew up with. Auntie, grandmother, mother. And the girls them in the house, cousins and sisters. And this guy said he was abused beyond what he's able to talk about. Some traumatic abuse he went through. Beer lick me get, beer beating me get. Everything them use beat me. Water hose, donkey rope, machete, all this. So you see now, every girl will come into my life, I can pay for that. And he was dead serious about it. So think about the next girl that's got, or the next female that's going to go be with this brother, because he's not going to start the date off by saying, yo, you're beautiful, man, but I got to tell you, I'll kill you with lick. Like, you have to go take beating. He's not going to come off like that. He's going to come off as nice and romantic, and you know how relationships are when they first start. You fall asleep on the phone and yeah, texting all hours of the night, and you know, you want me to carry, go so and so, and can I get you, can you come with me to this and that? I got a date plan for us and blah, blah, blah. So it start. And then that part manifests itself. But to actually hear a brother say it, every girl with me they would have to take beating. I had to ask why. You know, youth and so-called elders come up that way. Yeah, because those generations beyond us back, so each generation back was a generation that was closer to the slave mentality or the plantation mentality or the colonization mentality. It's a system that was put in place, and each generation back goes, think about it, each generation back goes closer to the trauma, the origin of the trauma. And it's been taking us this long to filter out generation after generation after generation. Then it takes somebody like me or you who said, damn, I was raised like that. And my parents is saying, we beat you. You don't see nothing yet. Daddy used to kick we down. I'll tie the rope around my neck and drag we like him or kill we. Hang we up. One time I see him hang up my brother by his neck. And like him a dangle and him let him down, like them kind of something that each generation goes back worse in the punishment. And as we come further, it is our responsibility as we go further to consciously look at this and break that cycle. So we don't do it. We don't do it to our children. Therefore, it's not a learned behavior from us to them. And then they won't do it, or the chances are increased that they will not do it to their children. So you're securing the future for your grandchildren and your grandchildren's children by breaking the cycle now. Some people right now are carrying on the same cycle and they don't care. They don't care. They have no self-control and they don't want to control their anger. You see a little child and and I call this punk ass parents and punk ass parenting, because you wouldn't want somebody to slap the daylights out of you. I walk up to you and smack the shit out of you, pardon my language. You wouldn't like it, right? But what makes you feel it's okay to do that to a defenseless child? The child caused you no bodily harm. You told the child 100 times to pick up that, stop that, put that down. It's your damn job. That's why parenting is hard. It's because it takes a whole lot of patience. But missing people not even tell the pitney nothing. Hey boy, put that down. You know what I'm saying? And the child, being a child, goes and does it again. Whap! Whap! What, you know what that child is learning? When you want somebody to do something, don't teach them. Don't be patient with them. Be violent with them. Be aggressive with them. Because that's how they were taught to stop doing something that they wasn't supposed to be doing. That's how they were brought under control. So they're learning this from an early age. And trust me, the brain, that's how your brain wires. Okay? You're learning this from an early age. And you might think the child is not learning it. That child is going to be dysfunctional as hell as an adult. And that child will have to go through the process of getting all that out of their system. They're going to have to go through the process of recognizing that that's the root cause, where it came from. They're going to have to go through the trauma of blaming the persons who did this to them, which oftentimes are people they love. Makes it hard to accept. They're going to have to look back and feel sorry and sad. Like, damn, I had a messed up childhood, man. Like, I was really abused, you know? And I was abused so much, I thought the abuse was normal. Because I see people, I say, SouFLo, man, I know the world gets soft. Oh, we get enough holy palik and we come out okay. No, me get holy palik and me never come out okay. Me didn't want to kill people at one point. Me get holy palik and I never come out okay. It took me years and years and years. I got holy palik and me end up a go out, they go lick people. Me end up go out, they go box down and drag people same way. It took me years and years to get some kind of, I had to go deep within. And I had to face all these demons. And I had to backtrack. And I had to see it and say, yes, I hit that. I mean, what can an 8-year-old or 7-year-old do? You beat him so bad, you bust up his head. Right? These are my experiences. So should I now beat my son so bad, don't care if I bust him head and blood all over the place and the picnic scared? Because when it happened to me, I was scared as hell. I didn't know where the blood was coming from. Or I knew where it was coming from, but I didn't know how bad it was. So as a little kid, you see all this blood, you're thinking, I'm dying. Because the only time I saw blood like that is when somebody get chopped or, you know, it's an accident, it's something serious. So I learned from a young age. You want it done, beat it into them. And I had to recycle. I had to come again. I had to go through the ringer, relearn. I'm still relearning. So this whole year we get Holy Pelican, we come out fine, and we didn't come out fine. We didn't come out fine. There was some good to it. There was some good to it. Like, for instance, I grew up thinking that my grandfather could actually really kill me. And he would. And he wouldn't think anything of it. Right? So I grew up with a certain level of fear. And when I left their home and I migrated overseas, could you imagine growing up in Miami, Florida, in the middle of the crack era, cocaine crack era, right? I could have gotten involved in so many things. And me put my toe in some things, and you know, me just hear my grandfather's voice and me take out back my toe because he won't kill me. My grandmother gonna be upset. I'm gonna cause shame on her, but my grandfather definitely gonna kill me. And that kept me out of a lot of stuff. So we have to look at these things like, yeah, there was the benefit in it, but it wasn't all good. Couldn't they have done that another way? Couldn't they have done that another way? Abuse, man. Serious freaking abuse. From we little and a grow. And then wonder why we treat women so, and why we so extra aggressive. It's because those who were charged with the responsibility to love and nurture us loved us, must have, they were providing for us, loved us, but showed us a whole lot of aggression and a whole lot of hateful deeds at the same time. So our love mixed with hate, and that's how we love. So, hey girl, I love you, you know, and if you're going to day in my life, you have to go take some lick. I'll provide for you. I'll make sure we have a nice place to live at all times. I'll make sure the bills are paid. Me and you are going to do this together. I'm going to be there. Me, I stay loyal to you. But just understand, sir, when we get angry, I might box off piece of your face sometime on these things. That's how we do. And then come kiss you back up later and say, baby, no, I'm sorry, John, no, I'm mad, me did mad. But you get me so angry, man. And that's why we even see our females willing to stay with a guy that treats them like that. And she'll excuse it. And she'll say, yeah, but all the bills paid. I mean, I'm not for about really. I just, you know, when I talk certain way, sometimes I can't take it, it hot up in head, and him start fling fists, and, you know, but boy, something I have to take with it. Go talk to them. You'll hear just that. It's because they themselves were raised the same way. A little girl watching her mom like that, it's burnt into her brain that this is how she's supposed to be. Burnt into her brain that this is how she's supposed to be. So she's going to be dysfunctional as hell when it's her turn to have a relationship. And she go out there and say, yes, I'm ready for man now. I want to start family and these things. Sorry for somebody's son. Sorry for somebody's son. Because it's going to be hell. You trying to explain things to her logically, she don't understand that. She don't understand conversation, soft-spoken conversation. Stacey Ann, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Stacey Ann Williams says, so true, SouFLo. You really have to make the conscious effort to parent differently from your own parents. Yes. And a lot of the stuff that was handed down, don't get it wrong, we're not vilifying and crucifying our prior generations because they did teach us some good things. Some of those principles I stand on to this day, and I don't intend to change them. But we have to see where the damage was done, man. And that's what makes it so hard to face. It's because it came from the same people that taught us these principles that we uphold, that taught us these manners and respect and honor and dignity, and then violate you in the worst way. You're confused for life. You are literally confused for life. The nurse life. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Shout out to my nurses. Shout out to those in the medical field, period. Right? We appreciate you greatly, man. Y'all been holding it down, and it gets rough, right? But we know how that goes. So we appreciate you and thank you very much. The CNAs, the LPNs, the RNs, the therapists, all of you. Appreciate you greatly. But yes, we have to break that cycle. And yes, men are abused about the same rate as women are. And it's time that we stop turning a blind eye, because these are the same men that are coming back now to taunt and haunt society. And we over here talking about every day somebody get killed, and tomorrow more, next day more. 100 people in a 1 month. Jesus, guys, gotta come. No, it's not coming. God not come. It's our actions that led to that. The things that we have okayed that led to that. Picnic forget bit. I chat about SouFLo. That's what I was told. Picnic forget bit. SouFLo, I'm in a business way I said. Picnic forget beat when them don't listen. Me tear up them blouse and skirt. And you really think that's gonna help? If them don't catch you now, them will catch you when you're old. I've worked in the environment, long-term assisted living facilities and so on and so forth. I'm there to see the end stages of life, whether it's a year, 2 years, or whatever. And I see the sadness. Nobody not come visit them. And when they do come, they come just to make sure that all your paperwork are signed properly, and they do the bare minimum. So you put them on the well, or you sign over all your stuff through what's it called again? Help me out, Medfield. Power of attorney. So they get control of your assets. Them don't want to see you. They don't want to see you. You know, and none of your youths coming to come sit down and read a book with you or reminisce and talk about. What are they gonna reminisce about? The time you beat me with the machete, nearly killed me. They hate you. But if that's how you want to go out, then hey, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But for those of us who want to know what the root cause is, that's a part of it right there. Right there. This is a cycle, man. A girl that is raised this way goes into a relationship, then she start talking about them money are no good because them left and them cheat. Well, no man wants to stay with a woman that is like that. Not blaming her. Same thing for the guy. I'm showing you the circle. Same thing for the guy. Raised that way, goes into a relationship, meets somebody good, but no woman wants to stay with a guy that's like that. And the cycle continues. So you have all these broken relationships and all these generations of single moms raising children, no father around, because mommy and daddy can't stand each other, and they will literally fight, because that's how both of them were raised. So before we kill each other, and like we separate and we'll share custody, or some man just cut, raise them by your own, me gone. It's all a part of it. It's all a part of it. Instead of teaching violence, could you imagine if they were actually teaching conflict resolution at that age? Imagine if they were teaching conflict resolution at that age. You would have some people who reason like Bob Marley. That's it. Yeah. I'm telling you, no. Yeah, disturb my vibe. Yeah, disturb my meditation. True. Easy, no man. Too much negativity. All right, listen. So you feel that way, right? All right. I respect how you feel, but you have to understand how I feel as well. Yeah. Them kind of conversation, they're at that level. Not so called time. Yeah, I love your talk. Kiss your bomb. All right, can't take this no more. I'm gone. Relationship done. You on to the next one to go do the same thing again. So every relationship you start, just enjoy the beginning of it, because when the true you come out, them gone, or when their true self come out and it's nothing like that, you gone. Ain't nobody staying around to get beaten. Not no grown person with sense. not no grown person with some damn self-worth. Not staying around to get no beating. So your relationships aren't going to last. Nobody's staying around to get up every day for someone to just be extra aggressive towards them. You know what I'm saying? So your relationship's not going to last. You won't know how to deal with love when this is what you grew up seeing. You will not know how to deal with love. And everybody gets in a relationship to feel love. Worse, as somebody you really love and deal with and shack up with and house with and everything with, you want to be loved constantly by this person. Even when you all are disagreeing. You know, say, you piss me off, babe. Yeah, it pissed me off, but here what? I still love you. Give me a minute, let me get over it. I'm going to tell you exactly why you pissed me off in a second. And deal with it like that. And that's how we deal with things. Some big cuss out, somebody a pack a bag for leave, the relationship done and then it back on again, then it done, then it back on again, and yeah, and it's on to the next one, or I'm staying, and just a big ball of confusion and foolishness until it breaks apart completely. It affects us deeply throughout our entire existence. Facts. We're going to leave this one right as of this morning. Big up on yourself. All right. Thank you for tuning in. It's SouFLoTV live on Morning Thoughts with you. It's Thursday and tomorrow is the weekend. It's Friday. Oh my God. Big up on yourself, people. I wonder if I wore this shirt in Jamaica, what would happen? No. If them a fine artist on stage for cursing during a song, imagine what them would have done to me. I walk around with this. Hey boy, I know say I'm bright and disrespectful. I could see the constable right now. Anyhow, one love. And I'll catch you tomorrow morning on Morning Thoughts, all right? Make sure to tune in. It will be very festive. It's Friday. And we always get festive for a Friday or on a Friday. All right? Bless up. Peace.